Hey, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whichever time it is that you're watching this. I just want to say thank you for being here with me. You are watching On the Gunline Podcast presents Word on the Skreets, where we talk about what's the news that's hitting out there. It might be wrong, it could be right, but I don't know. We'll figure it out together. I'm just going to put it out to you, and you do with it what you do. Anywho, it's just better than watching the news that at least over here you're getting unbiased, uninformed information. Unlike the real news where it's all biased, you don't know which way to go. So, hey, I'm no better than them, but maybe a little more entertaining. So, with that being said, if this is your first time here, do me a solid and smash that subscribe button. Then, what I need you to do is when that little bell comes up, hit the all so that way you know when I'm dropping some new content, whether it be the podcast itself or whether it be Vet Bro reactions, or as this one is, Word on the Skreets. Now, also, if you could do me a favor and give me a thumbs up if you're digging it, a thumbs down if you're not digging it. But at the end, I need you to go ahead and just type in a comment. Let me know what I could do better if you didn't dig it and what you did like so I can continue doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then ultimately, I think that's all I got for now. Yeah. All right, bet. So on today's agenda, we will be talking about Masterson. We will be talking about Beyonce doing country music. And we're gonna be talking about the Chiefs parade. So I'll try not to make this a long one. It'll be a quick one. And with that said, let's rock out. Yeah, let's just go ahead. I can't say anything crazy yet because it hasn't been 2 minutes. And the YouTube algorithm likes to make sure the first 2 minutes they like to go through it to make sure that you haven't said anything that's going to be inappropriate or cussing or whatnot. So let's just talk about what I'm cooking for dinner today. I am making a Hello Fresh. They don't sponsor me, but I wish they would. If y'all want to sponsor me, HelloFresh, I'm right here. Just saying, hit me up. I do HelloFresh because it's simple, it's easy, and I can cook it myself. All I got to do is follow the ingredients. It's so easy. A 13 Bravo can do it. And if you understand that, then you're a prior service army. All right, cool. It's been 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and knock this out. Rock out with the cock out, baby. All right. So Daniel Masterson. Let's talk about this cat. As I had put out back on Monday, I had heard that he was talking about growing some, chi-chis and attempting to possibly use the whole politics of changing his gender to see if he can get pulled out of the men's prison and sent over to the female prison. Well, that is still a possibility. All right. With that said, this Joker right here, who is a douchebag in my thoughts, because look at him, he's all smirking right there. Um, the crimes that he was allegedly or what he was convicted of are no bueno. So he knows that things may happen to him and general population in prison. And all the information I'm about to provide you right now came from Gunner's Collective, or it's Gunner's Collective or Collective Clips. You can find them on there. Make sure you guys go out there and give them a shout out, a thumbs up. If you do see it, do me a favor. If you rock with me, just tell them brought on the Gunline podcast sent me. Just do me that favor. You know what I mean? And he's got really good content, y'all. So go ahead and check it out for reals. Like, I mean, he comes out like he says with the knowledge you can't get in college. You know what I mean? And he does it in an entertaining way. So with that being said, shout out to Gunner's Collective and Collective Clips. This is where I got my info from on Master Son. So apparently this douchebag has gone ahead and been sent to Corcoran, which is back in the day was known as a very deadly, very serious, very dangerous prison. Any prison in California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation is dangerous, especially with those charges that he has on him. So, anyways, apparently the rumor mill had been that he went to go see a shrink and that he wanted to get locked up in the psych ward. That was the rumor mill at the time. But it turns out that was not right. What ended up happening was like he wanted to talk to a shrink because possibly he was, anxious, going through some reality of life about what was going to be happening to him for the next 30 something years. So yeah, he went to go see him, but they threw his ass back in what's called the SNY, which is the sensitive needs yard. Basically, It's protective custody, just with a more politically correct name, I guess. That's where you'll find all your little chomos or your dropouts from prison affiliated. I don't want to say gangs, but prison affiliated groups. You know what I mean? And I don't know much about the prison system about in California. I never did state time. I only did county time, and that was back in 1997. So, anywho, things have changed since I was there. But with that said, yeah, he's in Corcoran. He's in SNY, and apparently in the yard that he's at, there's people that have committed crimes that are worse than what he's done. So you could just think about you could put your own 2 cents into what that means. I mean, this fool allegedly or was convicted or of doing it with adult women. So you could just think what's worse than that. You know what I mean? So I said the word earlier, those chomos. So and maybe they'll probably take a liking to him too. You know what I mean? And that was another rumor that apparently was there was a assassin, as Dub says, assigned to him already by the GBGs. I'm not going to talk about that because I don't know much about them. So what I don't know about, I don't talk about. But go check out Dubs. Dubs has a really good channel as well. DUBS or DUBESS. Either one of those. Just go check out the homie. And like I said, if you can, go ahead and comment tapping in or on the Gunline podcast sent me. That way, at least I want to show them that I'm giving them the credit because that's where I get my word from the Skreets to pass on to you all. Not everybody is into the type of content that they put out, but I am, and I think you would enjoy it too. Anywho, so the GBGs are not on that yard apparently, according to sources. He's not on that. They are not on that yard, or anybody that's affiliated with them are on that yard. Could they be there? Could be, but nobody has been known to be there that is from the GBGs, who apparently already have a assassin, according to Jumpsuit Pablo, assigned to him already. Anywho, so yeah, so he's got that out of the way. There's those who's done worse than him that are on there. Um, so he's not in a psych ward. He won't be going to a psych ward. As far as growing some chi chis to move out to another to get transferred over with the females, that's not going to happen either. That came from a solid source once again, of the person who I said earlier that even if he does go through the chopping and the snipping and the growing of the chesticles, he will not be sent to the women's prison based just alone on the charges that he was convicted of. So that's probably barking up the wrong tree for homeboy, unless he's really that way. Because I mean, we all know he's just doing it to avoid paying the piper for what his charges are. So yeah, other than that, that's the news on him. If you want to hear more in depth of like what's going on with him or what not going on with him, but let me rephrase. If you want to hear more of what potentially he could be going through or what he could expect, I highly recommend to go check out Dubs or go check out Gunner's Collective. They have a lot of insight on being behind those walls, and they've been tapping in with the Masterson saga. That's who, like I said, I'm getting my word on the Skreets from. And like I said, it could be right, it might be wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm bringing it to you, my uninformed information. So let's move on from that chomo, or not even chomo, but that piece of shit, on over to Beyonce. Yo, Beyonce, Beyonce. So I don't know what the big deal is with her. They're something about country music. So what does it say here? Beyonce's new album might be an act of defiance as well as a nod back to her roots in Texas. Look, check it. I listened to two of the songs. All right. I listened to 16 Carriages and I listened to Texas Hold'em. It sounded country to me. Now, did it sound like legit old school fucking deep rooted country like Merle Haggard or like, some good old Toby Keith or, some good old Willie Nelson? Nah, it didn't sound like that, obviously. But did it sound like, your country pop, like, for example, like Shania? Yes, it did sound like that. So it is country to me. At least those two songs that I heard, Yes, that is country in its form. I don't know why they're making a big deal out of it. It's not like she's the first black person to ever sing country music. I'm just saying, country is country. And just like if Taylor Swift can go from country to pop, why can't she go from pop R&B to country? I don't see what the big deal is. People I think are just making it a bigger issue than it is, simply just to argue, to have something to argue about. We got enough shit to argue about in this country besides Beyonce and country music. She's from Texas. So country's gonna be in her blood regardless, y'all. Let's stop talking about that dumb shit and let's make things happen. Let's not worry about what she's doing. Let's enjoy the music. She's putting her own spin to it. So, and you know what? Shout out to Gary Rowland for sending me the link. And I watched it. And again, to me it's country, just with a twist. It's just it's not hip hop country. I mean, now if you guys that trash that one gay dude did with god damn it, hold on 1 second, y'all. Hey babe, I'm on the podcast. What's up? Do I need anything from Target? I don't think so, hon. Yes, she's gonna buy grapes. Okay, there's that. I was gonna see. Oh, I'll see you when you get home. All right, love you. Bye. What's up, Pop? I'm in the middle of recording. Oh, Papo, that's grown up news. All right. So, with that being said, no, Papo, you're a different Daniel. You're the real Daniel. You're a good Daniel. So, anyways, continuing on here with what I was saying. Um, that one dude that did that song about the horse town or whatever, drag my horse to the old whatever town. If they try to consider that country, which is not country, you could definitely consider this country, which is country. So, with that being said, hey, keep on keeping on with what you're doing, Beyonce. You know, be that country gal. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You keep dropping shit. People want to argue because they want to argue, y'all. Let's argue about some shit that's real. Like the idiots that we have in office right now who can't come together to make an effort of getting our country back on the right track. That's what we need to argue about, And I think that this political season, just to get political real quick, I hope it doesn't do it like it did back in 2020, where family members and friends started losing touch with each other over politics. If that's the way you're going to be, don't even get in, don't even start discussing it. Just turn your TV off and don't watch anything. Just keep on keeping on like you should be doing. So, with that said, once again, Beyonce, you look good. I saw some video with you where you had some tig old bitties. Mm-mm-mm. You can come ride me anytime like a cowboy or cowgirl. Oh, damn. Pause. I don't know what the hell I was supposed to say. She could, yeah, y'all know what I mean. All right, moving on. Let's get out of here. All right, and last but not least, we are going to talk about the parade out in uh Kansas City, y'all. Look, check it. Whatever happened there, it's a tragedy. There's a one life that was lost, and then children that were shot and hurt as well. Now, the first thing I want to say is let's not politicize this. Let's not make this into one of those two-way type of conversations. All right. What I do want to shout out is the character, or I'm sorry, not the characters, the the heroes, in my opinion, that took charge and tackled that dude. And then his old lady came in and straight up, pulled the gun away after she saw it fell out. I just want to say that those guys, salute to you all. You guys, y'all are the real heroes, man. Because honestly, it could have turned into something way different. From my understanding, what I heard so far, it was like a personal beef with somebody else. Strap got pulled out, shots were fired. I mean, what the fuck, dude? Who does that in the middle of a freaking day of happiness? You know what I mean? You know what trips me out in LA, which is known for violence between neighborhoods and gangs. I've seen videos where you see all these gangsters and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that this was gang related at all, but what I'm getting at, these people who are known to be violent or have been known to be violent in the past can congregate together and have a good time, and nothing of this sort occurs. Meanwhile, you go to Kansas City and you have some jackass go and start pulling the trigger, hitting kids and killing a lady. Why? And you know what? He's going to be end up paying the piper when he gets locked up too. So, anyways, with that being said, that's all I got for the word on the streets. If y'all got anything for me to go continue giving word on the streets for, let me know. This show usually comes out on Mondays, but I thought I'd drop one today simply because of the update that was given on old Masterson. And yeah, hopefully, well, he gets what he deserves if he deserves it. I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but I know enough that if he was convicted, it don't matter what I think. It's what's going to happen. So, with that said, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. That's the word on the streets for y'all for today, Thursday, February 15th, 2024. With that said, D-Lo letting you go. Deuces, y'all.